Hello, good afternoon, and thanks for joining us on the news update reaching you from NTA Benin Network Center. My name is Goodluck Inaini. And now today is Children's Day, a day set aside in Nigeria to honor the younger generation, raising awareness on issues that affect children, as well as serves to recognize that all children have the right to education, health, and protection. Though the day is not a public holiday, primary and secondary school children are given a day off from school. May 27 is a day children look forward to, filled with pomp and pageantry. It is usually characterized by various activities, including parties, march past, and various competitions in a bid to give the children a sense of belonging. Children's Day celebration was established in Nigeria in 1964, and its observance varies from one country to another across the globe. In the meantime, President Muhammadu Buhari celebrates with young Nigerians on the occasion of this year's Children's Day celebration, pledging that his administration will continue to work hard to ensure that every child has access to education, which prepares them for the bright future. In a statement, President Buhari recognizes the place of education in the development of every country and is committed to seeing a further significant reduction in the number of out-of-school children. The President acknowledges that while education of the Nigerian child will remain on the front burner for this government, other issues are healthcare, protection from harm, drug, cultism, child trafficking and abuse, domestic violence are equally receiving needed attention from the government. President Buhari believes that Nigeria children deserve the best and a safe country where they can grow, make friends, interact and travel freely, and emerge as successful leaders in different fields of endeavors. With investment in infrastructure, youth development, education, information and communication technology, digital economy, culture, art and entertainment in the last 7 years, the President believes the country is laying a solid foundation for a better quality of life for future generations in the country. And to political matters now, a federal high court sitting in Abuja barred the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, from recognizing or accepting ad hoc delegates produced by the Governor Godwin Obaseki faction of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, for Edo State. The court declared the ad hoc delegates produced by Dan Obi's faction of the party as authentic and must be recognized and acceptable. Delivering judgment in a suit instituted by 581 delegates elected on April 30th, Justice Ian Eko held that PDP and other defendants in the suit are bound by Section 84, Subsection 5 of the Electoral Act 2022, as well as Section 15 of the PDP Constitution relating to delegate elections. The plaintiffs in their suit, argued by John Musa San, had asked the court to determine whether PDP, in view of Section 84, Subsection 5 of the Electoral Act 2022 and Section 15 of the PDP Constitution, can jettison their election monitored by INEC for another one conducted in violation of the provisions of the relevant laws. Justice Eko, after scrutinizing the documentary evidence, including the reports of INEC on its monitoring on April 30th delegation election, agreed with the plaintiffs that they were widely and legally elected as authentic ad hoc delegates for Edo State chapter of the PDP. The court held that the role of INEC in primary election Congress and convention monitors is statutory and constitutional and must therefore be strictly adhered to. Justice Eko therefore issued an order of injunction, an order of perpetual injunction against first to fourth defendants, restrain them from tampering with the plaintiffs' lists, having been duly elected in the Congress of the party and conducting another Congress. Justice Eko also issued a mandatory order of injunction against INEC, stopping it from recognizing or accepting a contrary delegate list. And now the Edogoro law firm, acting on behalf of their client, Honorable Eric Edoba Ewobawe, has approached the Federal High Court in Benin to witness that Billy Osawaru, who is desirous of representing Orion and the federal constituency in the House of Representatives on the platform of All Progressives Congress, is not a bona fide member of the party, as he is member of the People's Democratic Party, PDP. According to the appellant, Osawaru was one of those that contested the primaries for the House of Representative seats on the platform of PDP in 2018 and 2019. And having lost, the first defendant left Nigeria for the United States of America, where he lives. The petitioner said the first defendant is now claiming to be a member of All Progressives Congress and seeking nomination to contest the primary election for the Orion, the federal constituency of Edo State, under the platform of APC. Also, the petitioner stated that one portion of the registration of new member Also, the petitioner stated that one portion of the registration of the new member in the APC requires thumb printing, which Osawaru would not have done since he was outside the shores of the country. Going forward, the petitioner advised that Osawaru to desist from what he described as illegality. I'm moving on now to other matters. The United States of America has added its voice to the campaign for the return of looted artifacts, even as negotiations are ongoing with the Oba of Benin to ensure that the artifacts and monuments in museums across USA are returned. If you Yakiri reports that representatives of the United States of America government and Smithsonian institutions were at the palace of the Oba to discuss further on the matter.
The visit of the American envoy to Nigeria is coming at a time when the monarch already has plans for a world-class museum. The Oba's vision is compatible with the message the American ambassador brought to him, as Her Excellency Mary Beth Leonard has assured him of the country's willingness to return the artifacts in their custody to their original home.
We have set up a vehicle to handle the return of the artifacts, the accommodation of the artifacts, known as Benin Royal Museum. We have actually incorporated it, set it up, and working on it to get it very active by the time the artifacts start returning, to be sited in front of the palace, not inside the walls of the palace, but outside the walls of the palace, where it can be accessible by all.
The meeting was not restricted to the artifacts. It also dwelt on other strategic issues like killings in Nigeria, diseases, production of vaccines for HIV and COVID-19, as well as its treatment and extension of its coverage to 70% of the country's population.
It will support efforts to identify, intercept, repatriate, and protect cultural property and related heritage. The agreement enables the United States to impose import restrictions on certain categories of Nigerian archaeological and ethnological material. It also establishes a process of return of trafficked cultural objects, which will reduce the incentive to loot sites in Nigeria. The state is also lagging on COVID-19 vaccination coverage. USAID, through its implementing partners, is working to address these gaps.
The Oba of Benin had a take-home message for the team. He wants the United States legislators to enact laws to adequately address the recurrent issues of racism in their country. In Benin, Ivie Oyahire, NTA News.
And now the people of Uzebu community in Oedo local government area of Edo State are appealing to the Oba of Benin, His Majesty Oba Ewaye II, to intervene by calling to order one Mr. Babatunde Remi from Egbeta community who is allegedly causing unrest in Uzebu community by parading himself as the Odonwe of Uzebu community against the wish of the people. Ifoma Okafor has the details.
The acting Odonwe of Uzebu community, Pa Alfred Omo Ogiefo, who spoke in Benin language, says that Babatunde Remi, that is parading himself as the Odonwe, is doing so to his own peril, as it is not his traditional right to ascend to the position. According to Pa Ogiefo, Babatunde Remi is not initiated in the Ogwedion of Ehiekpe, which traditionally produces the Odionwe of Uzebu community. He also clarified that when the late Odionwe, Pa Sunday Ebalokba, was alive, he had 4 ruling council members, of which Tunde Remi was not among the council members. Therefore, he is not qualified to be the Odionwe of Uzebu, and parading himself as such means going against the law of the land.
Yana do plan, yana do attack Uzebu. Munda ya en wodo we no roni opa area wane. Yana do attack Joseph ye yare. Yana ya bogo to, yana bogo wa, yana bogo moto, yana we mi ya fefe. I am we ya we mi ya fefe na nya una ne. Uzebu yana mo pepa, yana area a police station, yana ya report we mi nya mi o.
Ọjọ́ wo ẹ̀wẹ̀ ẹ̀ tí a di ẹ̀ ọ̀gbẹ́dì ọ̀rẹ́ àgbẹ̀ wọ́n ló fi ẹ̀ máa tọ̀ wá àná ló fi ẹ̀ máa yẹ àwùkù rẹ̀ bá. Then ọjọ́ wo ọ̀rẹ́ àgbẹ̀ ẹ̀wẹ̀ tí rẹ̀ àrí ọ̀gbẹ́dì ọ̀rọ̀ wọn àbẹ̀ ọ̀yìntàn ọ̀rẹ́ náà fi ẹ̀ máa tọ̀ wá ọ̀ náà fi ẹ̀ máa yẹ àwùkù rẹ̀. Dáadọ́rẹ́ ọ̀wọ́ rẹ̀.
The very day we left Oba's palace, they came to some of our houses and be attacking us, shooting guns. All of us fled away from our various houses. So we are using this press briefing now to let the world know what Babatunde Remi, Frank Ayore, and Osakpamanu Moles is constituting to us in this community. And we appeal to our great Oba Eware to please come to our aid.
Some of the youths of Uzebu community also alleged mistreatment by Babatunde Remi.
Don't really have problem. It was when he came to our community, came with armed trucks and some policemen to come and destroy houses, and we shot one Mr. Sazua. So ever since that was when the problem started.
After my life, on the 13th of April, I was almost killed. This is a picture. Yes. They attacked me around 10 o'clock in the midnight. If not for God that saved my life, I would have been dead by now.
The people are optimistic that Oba Ewaye's intervention will bring a lasting peace to the Uzebu community crisis. In Benin, Ifoma Okafor, NTA News.
And talking health now, the federal government is keeping surveillance across all her borders against any possible outbreak of monkeypox. This is coming as cases were recorded in neighboring countries. Musa Aliu has the details of that report.
Recent epidemiological investigation linked the outbreak of monkeypox to cross-border travels.
In Nigeria, officially, we have not detected any.
With the outbreak of the virus in neighboring countries, Nigeria is intensifying surveillance at all her entry points. The surveillance will also cut across animal population at the point of entry as well as at the wet market. Minister of Agriculture Mohammed Mahmoud Abubakar speaks further on measures against the zoonotic disease.
The general public is hereby advised to avoid contact with animals that could harbor the virus, including animals that are sick or found dead where monkeypox occurs. Avoid contact with any materials such as bedding that has been in contact with a sick animal.
The government assured the general public and the international community of her resolve to continue to collaborate with relevant sectors and stakeholders in prompt containment of the disease in the event of an outbreak in the country. Musa Aliyu, NTA News.
Now a quick reminder that you can watch the news live on our YouTube channel NTA Benin and reach out to us in the newsroom on any breaking news and happenings in those states via the number 091-535-59648. You can also reach us on WhatsApp messages to the same number. Let's take a break now. The news resumes shortly. Stay with us.
Do you live in Aduawa and its environment? Or you need a conducive and open field in Aduawa for your wedding receptions, birthday parties, annual ceremonies, family or corporate events in a serene and conducive environment that is close to nature? Then look no further. NTA Benin Aduawa is the place for you. NTA Benin Aduawa has a large field for all your other events and ceremonies. Also, at NTA Corporate Headquarters, TV Road, we have a state-of-the-art, fully air-conditioned, ultra-modern hall for all kinds of indoor events with a standby generating set to ensure constant power supply. We also have the NTA Pavilion for all your outdoors events at the same venue. Guess what? Our prices are affordable, locations are easily accessible, venues conducive and highly secure. Our outside broadcast van is available 24 hours and can broadcast your event live. And above all, you can air your event on our award-winning programs like Events and Style. Wow! What are you waiting for? Grab this opportunity and have your celebration in a grand style. For inquiries and bookings, please call NTA Benin, the award-winning station.
Next time you visit the ancient city of Benin, two things will excite you: the warmth and welcome of its people, and of course, the class and style of its hospitality business. Randeki Gold, home of hospitality like no other, located in one of the most serene environments in the ancient city, truly classy and exquisite with world-class facilities, fully equipped digital multipurpose hall with life-size, ultra-high definition LED screen, 180 square meters king-size swimming pool with bubble bath, enough to leave you breathless. The exotic Ariel's Bistro and Grill restaurant with variety of continental dishes, especially some of the rarest delicacies you can find in town. Fact is, a visit will truly convince you that we are gold. Randeki Gold is the gold wing of the prestigious Randeki Royal Hotel at 6 Uhenuyi Street off Ihama and Boundary Roads, GRA Benin City. www.randekihotels.com. Randeki Gold, our hospitality is gold.
And thanks for staying tuned. And our winners have emerged from the second edition of the NTA Benin virtual paper presentation aimed at encouraging positive use of the internet and social media among children and youth. During the virtual event to commemorate this year's Children's Day, the Zonal Director, NTA Benin Network Center, Pauline Igbano, stated that the paper presentation is one of the programs created by NTA Benin to impact positively on the children and youths. Jude Abugu has the details.
The 2022 edition of the virtual paper presentation, which focused on gender equality and its role in economic development and effect of cartoons on the intellectual development of children, had panelists and participants joining from different parts of the country and from the diaspora. Setting the tone for the discussion, the zonal director, who joined from her office, informed participants that out of 60 entries, 10 finalists emerged through a rigorous selection process.
It is designed by NTA to channel the energies of our children in the use of internet and social media in a positive way, so that they can see the internet and the social media as a tool for learning and research, and avoid the negativity that is so common with the social media and the internet.
Moderated by Manager Programs Nsan Yakubu, 5 finalists in the senior category opened the floor as they made cases for gender equality.
Gender equality plays a huge role in economic development because it has a strong positive impact.
Gender equality can only be achieved when both male and female individuals are treated similarly. But discrimination is a social menace that creates division. It stops us from being united towards tackling our collective problems.
4 finalists that tested their speaking skills in the junior category dwelled on the topic, effect of cartoon and intellectual development of children.
When they watch action cartoons, children tend to imitate these behaviors and think that they're okay because of the way it is portrayed in the cartoons.
Some cartoons can teach basic things to the children in a fun and interactive way, thus making learning an enjoyable activity.
At the end of the keenly contested presentations, the judges gave their verdicts.
In the fourth position, we have Natasha Adelowo with a total score of 246, an average score of, and percentage score of 82. That's the first position. So the senior category winner is Natasha Adelowo. The first position goes to Osazele Omo with a total score of 233. 233 and percentage score of 77.7. So in the junior category, Osazele Omo is the winner.
The runner-ups are Dora Isibo and Emmanuel Osaradu for the junior category, while Chidera Ibono and Tracy Osasuge are the runner-ups in the senior category. There were keynote presentations by some resource persons. In Benin, Jude Abugu.
And in the meantime, a presentation of prizes ceremony of NTA Benin's second children virtual paper presentation is ongoing at NTA Benin Corporate Headquarters on TV Road. It is to celebrate children and give them a sense of belonging as the International Children's Day is celebrated.
I talked to you about gender balance. That what a man can do, a woman can do better. If we bring to bear all the resources we have in this country, both male and female, that our country will be richer for it. So we here at FCBD, we feel that we should bring the importance of today closer home by bringing you here. And we hope that in relating to you one-on-one, that we can really underscore and emphasize what the United Nations intends.
Public and private schools in Benin are at the ceremony. Full package of this report will be brought to you in a subsequent bulletin. Moving on now, media literacy has been described as a means of developing kind-heartedness and critical listening, a deepening of reasoning with the heart. This is why the Catholic Media Practitioners Association of Nigeria, CAPAN, Archdiocese of Benin City, is using the medium to reach out to all by appealing for media publicity with the Nigeria Television Authority and intimating its management of the activities of the Social Communication Week. Ivy Oyahiri tells us more.
We may all come to the maturity of faith in the fullness of the risen Christ.
The Ascension of Jesus Christ that is being celebrated is a reminder and a wake-up call to Christians to obey as well as follow God's instructions. Parish priest of St. Paul's Catholic Church, Benin, while delivering a sermon on the significance of Ascension Day, urged Catholic faithful to remain focused and disciplined in the service of God and humanity.
The Ascension of Christ.
Well, sincerely apologize for a wrong film there. And now moving on now, let's take that story again. Media literacy has been described as a means of developing kind-heartedness and critical listening, a deepening of reasoning with the heart. This is why the Catholic Media Practitioners Association of Nigeria, CAPAN, Diocese of Benin City is using the medium to reach out to all by appealing for media publicity with the Nigerian Television Authority and intimating its management of the activities of their social media week. If you are here, tell us more.
Around the world. To ensure this message gets to all, the Catholic Communication Week will dwell on the importance of listening. Hence, the theme is Listen to the Ear of the Heart. The General Director, Pauline Ibano, who received the Catholic team, is aligning with the theme already, as she says Catholic Media Week emphasizes on the essence of life. She's advocating all to make it a date with Catholic media workers to attend the lecture and other programs regardless of religious denomination.
I always find the lectures for World Communication Day very interesting. By the time the Reverend Father breaks down the message, I think it will also help us in discharging our responsibility, our duty as media persons, as people who are supposed to communicate government policies. These are messages of the Pope worldwide. All media organizations, they take the message of the Pope very seriously.
The Social Communication Week of campaign begins on the 27th of May 2022 with a lecture at the NUJ Hall and ends with a Thanksgiving at St. Francis Catholic Church, College Road, Ofekewan Road, Benin City on Sunday at 9 a.m. Let's hear from the chairperson, Rosemary Okoduwa, for the outline of event to mark the week.
Tomorrow is the opening with that lecture. On Saturday, we'll be visiting the Old Priest Home and Catholic Home for the Elderly. Then on Sunday is the grand finale. We'll be having our Thanksgiving and blessing of tools at St. Francis Catholic Church.
This is the 56th edition of World Social Communications Week. In Benin, Ivie Oyahiri, NTA News.
Let's take a break now for the concluding segment. Please stay with us.
This life I can't keep myself. I can't keep myself. I can't keep myself. Allow me to flex.
Hello there. Welcome to the newest lounge in the ancient city of Benin, Hyperion Lounge, a lounge with good food, music, drinks, karaoke, networking, exclusive for VVIP, and a relaxed environment to meet the right people. Hyperion Lounge is situated at rooftop floor, which has a panoramic view of the city. Visit us at 76 Akpakava, Central Hotel, Efedosa Signature, opposite First Bank, Benin City. For seat reservation, call 091 511 1123. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Hyperion Central. Email info.hyperioncentra@gmail.com. All COVID-19 guidelines is strictly adhered. Hyperion Lounge, exclusivity redefined.
That's it on the news update. Do stand by for the news translation.